Why Kirk was promoted to captain so quickly in Star Trek's 2009 movie. J.J. Abrams' 2009 reboot of Star Trek reignited the beloved franchise with a bold, energetic take on the original series' characters and timeline. Among the many surprises in the film, one of the most jaw-dropping was James T. Kirk's meteoric rise from Starfleet cadet to captain of the USS Enterprise. It was a moment designed to reflect Kirk's legend, but to some fans, it also seemed implausible. After all, how could a brash, rule-breaking cadet leapfrog over seasoned officers to take command of the Federation's flagship? The answer lies not just in narrative expediency or cinematic flair, but in a deeper understanding of who Kirk is, what the alternate timeline demanded, and how Starfleet operates in the wake of an unprecedented crisis. Here's why Kirk's rapid promotion wasn't just a flashy twist. It was thematically earned, structurally sound, and fundamentally true to the character's legacy. A galaxy in crisis, the Narada's disruption of the status quo. The destruction of the USS Kelvin at the beginning of Star Trek 2009 doesn't just kill George Kirk and leave a young James fatherless, it shatters the course of history. The arrival of the Romulan mining ship Narada and its devastating power alters the Prime timeline forever. With the loss of the Kelvin and the knowledge that a future technology-wielding enemy lurks in the shadows, Starfleet is thrust into a state of emergency long before it's prepared for such a threat. In this alternate timeline, everything accelerates. Starfleet begins developing advanced ships like the Enterprise faster, officer training intensifies, and the need for unconventional leaders rises. This environment sets the stage for a prodigious talent like Kirk to rise quickly, especially when he demonstrates not only tactical brilliance, but the boldness to take action when others hesitate. Kirk's trial by fire, proving leadership in crisis. Kirk's ascent isn't random or unearned. While still technically a cadet, he shows extraordinary leadership, ingenuity, and courage when Earth faces imminent destruction. During the Narada crisis, Kirk repeatedly outshines those with more experience. He defies orders to stay grounded, sneaks aboard the Enterprise, and warns Captain Pike of the trap at Vulcan. Then, in Pike's absence, he plays a pivotal role in rallying the crew and devising a daring plan to stop Nero's attack on Earth. Perhaps most telling is the way he steps into command, not through force or ego, but by earning the respect of Spock, Uhura, Sulu, McCoy, and others. Spock's temporary emotional compromise creates a vacuum in command, and Kirk seizes the moment, not selfishly, but because he genuinely believes he can save lives. And he does. Starfleet may have regulations, but it also recognizes battlefield promotions and the need for decisive action during crises. Kirk doesn't just break the rules, he bends them in ways that yield results, echoing the spirit of what Starfleet stands for: exploration, yes, but also survival and leadership under pressure. A legacy to live up to. J.J. Abrams' reboot is as much about reintroducing Kirk as it is about redefining him. In the Prime timeline, James T. Kirk was also promoted to captain unusually early. In Star Trek, the original series, Kirk became captain of the Enterprise in his early 30s, the youngest captain in Starfleet history at the time. The 2009 film simply amplifies this arc, dramatizing his potential in a more extreme scenario. By placing Kirk on a fast track, the movie reinforces the idea that some people are just born leaders. This isn't about favoritism, it's about myth-making. Kirk is the quintessential Starfleet cowboy, the maverick who thinks 2 steps ahead, who dares when others dither, and who inspires loyalty in those who serve under him. His rapid promotion is symbolic as much as it is plot-driven. It tells the audience, this is still the Kirk you know, just in a new world with higher stakes. Spock's endorsement, the ultimate vote of confidence. One of the most telling signs that Kirk's promotion is legitimate comes not from Starfleet Command, but from Spock. Initially in opposition, Spock and Kirk clash throughout the film, each embodying opposite approaches to command. Spock values logic and order, while Kirk leans into instinct and emotion. But by the film's climax, Spock sees that Kirk is not merely reckless, he's effective. Spock voluntarily steps down and nominates Kirk for command, signaling that even the most analytical mind on the ship recognizes Kirk's unique aptitude. This isn't just a nod to the growing friendship between them, it's a narrative endorsement that Kirk's leadership is earned, not handed to him. Starfleet's need for a new kind of leader. The Federation is rocked by Nero's attacks, and the old rules no longer apply. Entire planets are lost, fleets decimated, and the command structure strained. In that context, Starfleet needs someone who can respond to existential threats with the decisiveness and creativity that bureaucracy often stifles. Kirk's unconventional methods, though abrasive at times, are exactly what's needed in this new, dangerous reality. From a practical standpoint, there may have been few available commanders left after the losses at Vulcan and in battle with the Narada. But more importantly, Kirk doesn't just fill a gap, he redefines what it means to lead in the 23rd century. His youth, confidence, and refusal to accept no-win scenarios align with the kind of leadership Starfleet now requires. Behind the scenes, a mythic reboot. Outside the narrative, Kirk's promotion also reflects the filmmaker's intent to reframe Star Trek for a new generation. The 2009 film is structured like a modern myth with archetypal storytelling. Kirk is the classic hero, orphaned, rebellious, underestimated, but destined for greatness. In that context, the cadet to captain arc functions like a coming-of-age fable. The journey is compressed to fit the demands of a cinematic reboot, but it remains emotionally satisfying because it taps into something deeply resonant. The idea that greatness isn't just earned through seniority, it's proven in moments of extraordinary pressure. The film also had to set the stage quickly for future adventures. Kirk had to end up in the captain's chair, or the Enterprise wouldn't feel like home. Giving him that seat by the end of the movie completes the transformation and allows the next films to explore the challenges of leadership, rather than the path to it. Echoes of the Prime Timeline. Interestingly, the speed of Kirk's promotion in the reboot parallels events from the Prime Timeline. In Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, Admiral Kirk admits he was promoted too soon, implying that his rapid rise came with emotional costs. The reboot leans into this idea, not shying away from Kirk's impulsiveness or immaturity. Instead, it uses those flaws to build a version of the character who must grow into the responsibility he's been given. Kirk's promotion sets up future tension, as seen in Star Trek Into Darkness, where he's briefly demoted for insubordination, only to earn his way back through sacrifice and wisdom. The reboot doesn't treat Kirk's captaincy as a gift. It treats it as a challenge, a crucible that forges him into the legend we know. Thematic symmetry, destiny rewritten. At its heart, Star Trek 2009 is about how people can still become who they were meant to be, even in altered circumstances. Spock Prime tells Kirk that he and his younger self were always destined to work together, and that their friendship defines them. By giving Kirk,